Hello friends, welcome to Testing Latest. Today I am going to explain how to find broken links in a web page. To find broken links in a web page, we are going to use HttpURLConnection. HttpURLConnection will be used to send a request to the URL and get the response code for that URL. If the response code for the URL is more than 400 or equal to 400, we are deciding that as a broken link. Since the response code status starting with 4 series or 5 series, it is errors. 4 series it is client side errors and 5 series it is server side errors. So hence we are deciding the links with 400 status or more than 400 status is broken link. Subscribe my channel for the latest interview questions and tutorials. I am going to create a class check broken links to find the broken links in a web page. So under test I am going to create class check broken links. We are going to use our test annotation with a method broken links. We'll define our WebDriver before the method. And initialize as null. Let me import WebDriver and our test annotation. Now we are implementing driver to Chrome driver. Let me import Chrome driver. We are going to find links using find elements by tag name A. Since links will be having the tag name A, once we get the links, we can store it in a list. Of web element. From this list, we can able to get the URL attribute, and before that we'll import web element and list attributes. We can get all the links using for loop, and we can get the attribute of href to see the URL. For each of this element, we can get attribute href to fetch URL and store it in string URL. Since href will have the URL values for a link. Once we get the URL, we are using HttpURLConnection to send the request. Name I have given as connection, and we use new URL and open connection to get the connection. we are going to pass our URL we got from the page. This need to be upcasted to HttpURLConnection. Let we import HttpURLConnection and also new URL. Once we got the connection, we need to use try and catch for this connection, since it can throw exception. So next we can use timeout so that it can be try to send the request until that time is over. Use set timeout, connection timeout, the seconds 3000 milliseconds, so it is 3 seconds, and later we'll use connection dot connect. Now it will be connect to the HTTP request. Once we get the connection to the URL, we are getting the response code for that URL. So through connection we are getting the response code. And store it in integer value. We are making the name as status code. So if the status code is greater than or equal to 400, we can decide it is a broken link. Hence we are giving the condition as status code greater than or equal to 400. Let we print our URL and status code using system out println. And giving the URL is broken with status code, and provide the status code which we got from our web page. Else we will mention URL is healthy. And not broken. Let me execute this script and see the result. Before that, we'll specify our URL to handle. So I'm giving the google.com to see any broken links are there on the home page. Let me execute our code by giving the check broken links class in our suite. Let me run using test engine. Run as test engine suite. Our test started running. It is displaying different links with status code. Some are healthy and not broken, and nothing is found which is broken till now. Let we see anything is broken. Nothing is broken from this page. We can even print the status code here in our code so that we know what is the status code for the healthy status. It can be 200 for this healthy status. So like this we can find whether a link is broken or not. Subscribe my channel for the latest interview questions and tutorials. Thanks.